Meow. Hi. How are we doing today? Hello, hello. By the way, the vitamins you guys sent arrived a few days ago, and I've been nomming on them, and they've been nummy, because they're orange. Num type beat. Now for my birthday, why are you not looking forward to your birthday? That's like the one day you have a good excuse to eat some cake. Yes, you mean me? Yes, thank you, Nubs. You sniped it though, because someone else brought the idea up for me to approve of and then buy, but you sniped it. Scam me on waiting till you go to bed to stream. That's what you get for being from the UK, bro. By the way, I reached Visionary right before the fucking season ended, like the GOAT. Because I'm the best to ever do it. Yeah. And stuff. Yeah. So, no more TFT streams. Yay! That's a nice, useful gift. Yeah, I like practical gifts and stuff. I actually wanted to stream right when I got home from work today because I didn't have to make dinner. But I don't know why. I like got into my room to put away like my work clothes and my bag. And my God, I was like, damn, I'm suddenly so sleepy. Let me just take like a 30-minute nap. And then I napped, and then I woke up like 2 hours later. And I'm like, oh, damn. So what are we playing now? I'm planning on maybe this. I'm trying to play some. I've been into Slay the Spire again. That's really fun. So I think I might play that. I think, but let me triple check and make sure if I really want to play it or not. I'm not too sure. You're a sunflower. But how's everyone doing today? I know it's Monday, so it's rough out here. It's so rough. It's so rough out here. Have fun, cub bed. Good night, Coven Nissy. Good night, little bro. But are you first? Why are you calling me mommy, bro? But yeah, you were first. Because of the election. Ooh, that's real Suike. I've been seeing a lot of like I saw this post and this like old like she was like a 70-year-old lady was putting her vote in for and she was wearing a Harris shirt and like a 17-year-old boy who was a Trump supporter punched her in the stomach. I don't know if you saw that on the it's on news. It's like what? You don't just punch an old woman in the stomach, bro. Like what the fuck? It's crazy. It's actually terrifying. It really is like it does not have to be violent at all. Like I don't get it. So I understand you because it's like getting spooky out there. Like people are getting violent and I don't like that. And it's people scary type beat and stuff. You're sorry what? Yeah. So I understand. I hope you get to at least buy some cake for yourself for your birthday. You can just celebrate it another day. You know what I mean? You can celebrate it another day. Maybe I heard to the right time to take a cruise. Oh, yeah. I set in my vote so like I don't have to be outside and stuff. Type beat type word. So are you off tomorrow? No, I have work tomorrow. I have work tomorrow. I've been very busy recently, so I am not hyped for what is to be happening to and stuff. I'm yeah. You took tomorrow off? Tomorrow rest of the office is off but me. That means like less work, right? Like if tomorrow like no one's at work, I'm just gonna be okay, but like that's not true because everyone sent in their ballots so they can work more. Hey, yeah, gotta lock into work right now. Okay, have a good one, Jay. Tomorrow's gonna be ugly. Yeah, it's gonna be very scary. I would think. I feel like people are gonna get violent and stuff. So stay safe out there if you guys plan on going to vote tomorrow and stuff. And yeah. I don't know if I want to play more Slay the Spire. I'm triple thinking myself. Like quadruple thinking myself. Maybe I don't want to play Slay the Spire, yeah. Oh, sorry. Oh, wow, that hurt. Oh, that hurt my lungs. I've been getting icky recently, still. Low-key, just another day. I mean, if you don't do anything special, then yeah. So, to ballot dropping. Maybe you should stream so I have something to watch. Right now? Or like later? Or like tomorrow when no one's at work. Do you charge your controllers and Switch? No. I've not. Actually, no. I actually plugged in my Switch. My Switch is probably full, but my controllers are not. Get an email saying it was counted. Mian can't say, I hope you had a good day in stream. Thank you, Lex. I appreciate it. Welcome in anytime you need. If not, that's also okay. Have a good one. Thank you, thank you. Man, what did I play then? I don't want to play Slay the Spire no more. Yo, being indecisive is my downfall. No cap. This in my hand. Ooh. And my body. Ooh. That's too bad. Okay, let me try asking my friend if they want to play something with me. Oh no, I can't play that game. Fuck. Because it uses my not Mian name. It does not use my Mian name. Oh no. And I say friend as in like she's another VTuber, but whoops. I want to try Towerbone. What's Towerbone? This weird card game. What's it called? Risk of Rain 2. Meh. Am I saying Stacklands? Ooh, actually, I think I've heard of it. I don't know what it's about, but I've heard of someone talking about it. This in my head. Ooh. Body. Ooh. One more night. Okay, I'm gonna ask because I think I'm safe. But let me see if let me see if this is okay or not. Wait a second. 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 If I press this. Uh-oh, that doesn't work. Okay, never mind. We scrap that idea. That idea is bad. Let's not do that idea. Bad idea. Bad idea. Bad idea. Hi, Osiris. It's like an almost city beta resource management. Lost your first city. I can send Steam Peaches. City 2 is going full Steam. You say that and then you're gonna get fucked. Yeah. Wait, let me see. Okay, let me see if the account in this game has my name. If not, we're good. If it does, then we can't play it. But let me see if I can. You lost your voice saying a bit too much during K. Ooh, but at least you had fun, right? Hi, Volcanissi. What do you mean? What yo Ussy doing? Who's Ussy? I'm gonna stay why your title gave you brain rot. What's wrong with yapmaxxing and slaybidi? Did you draw the orange Ussy? No. Yours? Hey, I don't have a C. I use a C. You have a stack. Let me idiot. Let me see. Let me people look. Oh, it looks so cute. Wait, no, yeah. I've seen this game. May I be consumed by brain rot? I don't think it's brain rot. I'm just the best of all time type beat type shit. My B wasn't familiar with yo game. Yeah, I use the C type B. I did an Irish stream me on, but now I can't speak or talk for the next few days. Hey, if you don't need to, then why do it, right? Only there was this anime, and one of the characters in the anime was like one of the girls in the anime was like selectively mute. And it's like an older like shoujo anime, and like she only like started singing and speaking when it like matters most, and she like happens to have like the most beautiful voice ever. And then her brother pulls up and is like, oh, why are you singing and using your voice? Weren't you saving your voice for a day that's special to you? And then she's like singing and stuff. I don't even remember what anime that is. That's just crazy. And unfortunately, I cannot play the game. It uses my name, so I'm not playing it. I have had 22 years with the milk. What the hell? Sniffle. Bro, someone sneezed on me today, bruh. Like, it wasn't on purpose, but it was nasty. And I think I got icky off of it. So now I'm gonna sneeze into the mic and you're gonna get sick. And it's gonna be awesome because it means I'm not gonna be sick. Right, guys? You need some manhwa? I don't watch K-dramas. Manhwa. I haven't really been reading anything new recently. I'm pretty sure you just like read everything I read. Almost. Hi, Gamba. Put some games in media? For what? For me to play? Cat Cafe Manager. Oh, I played Windblown with my friends. I already completed the game. There's just the harder difficulty now. Global freeze or something. That sounds kind of sussy. Sounds a little bit. Could be bad. Could be good. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Bro, I was like given an account to play this game before because it like uses a different name, and now let me see. I'm gonna text her because I really want to play this game right now, but I don't know if I can. You want to try Windblown? I think it's really fun. It's like Fury-ish. You know what I mean? Have you read Overgeared? I think I read a bit of it and then I dropped it. But let me check. Let me check my list. Let me check Ussy. Check the Ussy. Yeah, I haven't been reading anything. Oh, I've been reading this. Actually, wait, hold. Oh no. Oh, but you guys aren't gonna like it. Cause it's freaking yaoi. Oh, but it has like fucking lit. Okay, so it's like, okay, it's yaoi. But like the plot is really good. The plot is like really fucking good. Okay, if you like, if you're okay with a little bit of, you know, butt stuff, it actually has really good plot. What is it called? Let me see. Let me try to find it. It's actually like high key, like really good. Let me see if I can find it. Like if you like ignore the that type of stuff, it actually has really good plot. Let me see if I can find it. Is it that one? No. It's like Japanese, I'm pretty sure. What is it? No, it's not that one. Oh my god, what was it? Wait, fuck. Is it this one? Nope, it's not that one. Fuck. Wait, what was it called? Fuck. Wait, I don't remember. Because I finished it. Or, like, not finished it, but, like, I caught up to it. No, I can't find it no more. I'll find it. Wait, this is important. You read some. Okay, like, I read girls love and boys love. I support LGBTQ up in this bitch, okay? Some of them is really cute. And this one's like just like it's a good plot, unexpectedly. I went into it thinking it would be like kind of crappy, but it's actually really good. And I'm like, fuck, wait, where was it? It was so good. Oh my god. I'll just TLDR the plot though, because I don't think you guys are gonna read it. So basically, this guy, it's like isekai, but he gets reborn, or no, he suddenly takes consciousness in the body of the father of the villainess, right? You didn't know the plot was good before you read it? I just like read whatever pulls up, you know what I mean? So, and it was like up there, so I'm like, oh, it's probably kind of good for some reason. So he what is it, during the condemnation event, which is like in villainous manga, it's usually like the moment where the prince or the main male lead is like, I'm not gonna marry the villainess, I'm gonna marry the female lead, right? That's like what usually happens in those condemnation events in otome games. So he awakes in that father's body, and he's there, his daughter's there, the prince is there, the other love interests are there, and the female lead is there, and the female lead sister. Oh my god, wait. this is a good time to pull out my iPad. Hold up. I gotta, because y'all aren't reading this, so it's time I make use of this shit. Wait, hold up. It's kind of fucked up though, but it's like it actually has like really good plot. Okay. Okay, This is important. I don't got nothing else to do, so might as well explain to you guys this very based manga. Okay, so what happened is it's an Otome manga, right? So do I have the right? So we have I don't remember the character names, but so we have the main character. Oh my god, let me use a different brush. We have the main character. And your main character. Yay, and he's... Is it like a relationship? Okay, so he gets rebirthed. What's his name? Fuck. His name is like... I don't remember the names of the characters. Fuck. Let's name him Bob. What are you doing, Mion? Okay, I'm explaining like this, like... It's like a manga that no one wants to read because it's yaoi. But like it has really good plot, so I'm explaining the plot to them. So Bob gets reincarnated, well, isekai'd into the consciousness of the body of the... I think he's the prime minister. He's the prime minister. So he is the dad to... Let's name her like Rebecca. I don't know. Rebecca. And she is the villainess. Right? Father. Oh, is this how they do these? I don't like this one. Wait, why is it like this? Father, daughter, right? And so she is in the middle of condemnation event from the prince. Let's name him Farquaad because he's a fucking bitch. Farquaad, the prince. Oh wait, no. It's important that he's the crown prince. The crown prince. Okay, so exes. And Farquaad is like, I'm not gonna marry Rebecca. I'm gonna marry let's name... Wait, what's like a bitchy name? Freaking Tiffany. Sorry to all the Tiffany's. I'm gonna marry Tiffany. And she is... Wait, what's her role in the anime? She is like the, Was she a baron? She was a... She's a commoner. I think. Or maybe not. Oh, no. Wait. Yeah, she's a commoner. And, you know, they're lovers now. She's like, I'm gonna marry Tiffany. And I'm gonna... And, what is it? Not do shit with Rebecca because I hate her. But turns out Rebecca was... Rebecca was something called the Dragon Shrine Priestess. Right? And the Dragon Shrine Priestess is someone that like she's basically there to get eaten by the dragon, and the dragon's name, let's call him fucking Giga Chad. Right? I don't remember any of the names in this manga. So, you know. So Giga Chad's supposed to eat Rebecca because she's the Dragon Shrine Priestess type shit. And, right? So, Nom. I'm just gonna call it Nom. So, Giga Chad's supposed to eat her, right? But, and, you know, she's, so, okay, no. So, what it was is that originally when she was, with Farquaad, Rebecca even though she served as the Dragon Shrine priestess, she wouldn't have had to be eaten. But because she is no longer serves as a purpose to the country, she now gets like she's now like fed to the dragon as the Dragon Shrine priestess, and there's no one to replace her type beat. Do you remember the name? No. That's why I'm explaining it like this. I'll try to remember it soon. So it's like this, and then so you know she's like, oh fuck, I'm gonna die. And in the original scenario, originally Bob, wait, this is MC by the way, this is our main character, Bob, literally, what is it? Bob originally like freaked the fuck out when the prince was like this and was like, how dare you do this to my daughter? How dare you? What the fuck, bitch? And then they both like, he like dies because his crimes get exposed because the other leads in the novel, let's call, okay, so one of them, let's name him Mark. So he is the oh man. Hold up, this goes pretty big. So Mark wants, so is like the prime minister wannabe, right? And he's a bitch. And Bob also has he has a son. Oops. He has a son, Alex, who's also like a fucking knight commander or some shit. Knight, right? That's Alex. And what is it? Father, son, and Tiffany. Oh, fuck. Wait. Okay, wait. Tiffany has a sister and she's a bitch, so I'm gonna call her Maria. Okay, so there's sisters. And we got Alex, which is the son of Bob. And Maria and Alex are lovers. Okay. And Maria is also a commoner. And Alex is a knight. Okay. And then, wait, what was that? Okay, so basically, Alex hates his dad, and stuff. So Alex, Farquaad, Mark, and then let's call him Simon. What is it? Knight. Oh. Commander. Wait, this guy's also... Okay, so Simon is also a knight. And so it's him. Fuck, is there more? Ally. This entire network is all allies, okay? Allies. Simon's a knight, and he's like a dumb type beat. Mark is also... What is it? Okay, let's name... Okay. What is it? These are all... Like, these guys are all love interests. Right? And this one's the... Oh my god. Let's call... She is like the female lead. Right? She's supposed to be, at least, and it's the villainess. So, basically, Tiffany is on the Crown Prince route, so she ends up marrying the Crown Prince. So, Alex, Simon, and Mark all love her, right? they all love her, but like, you know, at the end of any like Otome game story, they're like happy for her happiness as long as she's happy. So she's happiest with the crown prince. So they got cucked by their friend because even though they love her, they have to make her happy, and she wants the crown prince and not any of the other guys. But like she's also pretending to be the rest of their friends and stuff. So yeah, and then Simon is the son to fuck, what do I name him? I'm running out of male names, guys. You guys have any names? What are you looking at? It's like a BL manga I read with like really good plot, and I'm like trying to explain it, but there's so much like layout. There's so much work to it. Matthew. Okay, I'm gonna call him Matthew. So Matthew is like the fucking, he is like the actual, he's like the knight commander and father son, right? So Matthew is not a male lead, but he's like also an ally or whatever, and that's him, and he's important later. So let me okay, so what happens in the first episode or first like part is that if you doku bokura woba demobe made, let me see, copy, paste images. Oh, it is this one. Yeah, that's the manga. Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, that is the manga. You're right, that is the manga. Okay, so Kurbro. Oh wait, no. Doku wo kura waba Sora Sarah made. Okay, so basically the first like episode is that Bob originally in like the original Otome game would freak out that Rebecca's like engagement to the prince is getting fucked up by this chick named Tiffany, and he gets angry, and then he ends up dying because he gets exposed for his sins in front of everyone by Mark, this fucker, right? Because Mark wants to be the prime minister, and he thinks he could do a better job than Bob, even though he's like a youngin'. So he's like, yeah, I've compiled all the times you've been like laundering money and shit, and like, you know, doing shady shit and shit, and I'm gonna expose you, type B. So he does in the original timeline, and Bob gets fucking killed, right? That's like and like in the original time, like Bob as a character is an evil dude. Like he did not care about Rebecca. He didn't like fucking care about anything. He was using Rebecca to get more power because he would have connections to the royal family by blood, right? So he obviously right now the person in his body is not Bob, it's the guy that got like reincarnated or gets like isekai'd into the body of Bob, right? So he knows how that happens in the original timeline. So instead, when Rebecca is like literally sob crying, she's like, what the hell? Why am I gay? I'm not even that. I'm not. Bob is like, goes up to the prince and is like, okay, so you're sure you want to not be engaged to Rebecca anymore and wants to make Tiffany the crown princess? And the prince is like, yeah. And then he's like, I'd okay. And this is like something you officially are like doing, yada yada yada. And he's like, yeah. And then Bob is like, fine, we will accept this, yada yada. And then he walks off. Okay, he doesn't make a big scene, but like as he walks off, he's like, fuck these bitches, I'm gonna get revenge, right? So he goes home with Rebecca, and Rebecca's like, I'm sorry, Dad, I can't be useful to you. Because remember, Rebecca was a tool for Bob to up his position, and she was raised that way. But now she failed because she's the villainess, and she was bullying Tiffany. And then Tiffany used pity points in order to become lovers with Farquaad, right? Type beat. So, literally, so Bob is like, I care about you, my daughter. I will get revenge if you work with me. And she's like, okay, Dad. Type beat. So they're like fucking allies now, right? And remember, he's like evil as fuck from the core. And like the person he isekai'd into the body, and he's not really kind either. So he starts meeting with this guy. Wait, I'm gonna make this longer. And then, okay, I need another male name, please. Not sure where the boy. That's what I'm saying. Like the butt fuck stuff, like doesn't happen that much if you just like pay attention to plot. It happens a lot later. So. Nubs? No. Give me a real name. Give me a real name. Patrick. Okay. So Patrick is the fucking bishop type beat. Right? He's the fucking big dog of the church, right? I'm gonna give him a cross because he's the big dog of the church. But he's actually like really corrupted and shit. So Bob pulls up to Patrick, and historically Bob and Patrick have always been like allies with each other to make shady dealings, because remember, Bob has a fuck ton of suspicious money, and so does Patrick. Patrick has a fuck ton of suspicious money. So people ally, right? And Patrick is the bishop to the church of Giga Chad, and he's like the fucking dragon. So he's the bishop to the church of the dragon. So he's like there to get connected. So basically, this is on the first episode. Okay, let's say it's episode 2. So Bob pulls up to Patrick and is like, yo, I know it looks bad right now, but trust me again, we can cook something up devious, right? So Patrick's like, fine, I'll give it a try type beat. And then he's like, okay, Patrick, take me and my daughter to Giga Chad. And he's like, so they pull up to Giga Chad, and then Giga Chad's like, is that my shrine maiden I see? And then Rebecca's like, yeah, I'm about to be eaten by you type beat. And Giga Chad's like, yeah, word. And then Bob is like, pulls up too. And then the dragon's like, oh, sniff snorf, you smell like the old sage that sealed me up in this bitch. Because Giga Chad is in like an underground like layer type beat, and he's like bound to the country and gives prosperity to the country type beat type shit, right? So Giga Chad smells Bob and is like, you smell like the sage. And because Bob has the bloodline of the ancient sage that sealed Giga Chad, he can communicate with the dragon type shit, right? Sniff snort? Yeah. And only the people of the sage bloodline can communicate with the dragon. So Rebecca understands the dragon, and Bob understands the dragon. So Bob makes a deal with the dragon, and he's like, yo, I'm about to make things hella entertaining for you. Just help me with some shit. And he's like, that sounds fun as fuck. Because Giga Chad's really bored because he's been underground for like 1,000 years with nothing to do, right? What are you looking at? A plot. So Giga Chad's like, so Giga Chad and Bob are now allies. Yay! Allies! And the nom is like, what is it? Delayed. So now Rebecca doesn't have to get eaten by Giga Chad yet. We're delaying it type shit. And Giga Chad uses his magical powers to help Bob out with some shit. So what he does will come later. Like what Giga Chad helps with comes later, right? So what is it? The next episode, making a no. What is this NFT? Yo, hear me out. This plot is good, okay? Like, hold up. So basically, Bob. Oh wait, what is it? Farquaad and Tiffany have an engagement party. So at this fucking engagement party, I'm gonna use a new layer for this. So at the engagement party, right? What happens? So basically, Farquaad announces that he loves Tiffany type beat, right? And they also basically announce Rebecca died, basically, right? is what they announce. They're like, yeah, because Rebecca's no longer the fucking crown princess, but she's the dragon shrine priestess. She's just gonna go like be the sacrifice, fuck it type beat. Because normally someone else would do it, but now she has to. So she's like, okay, bet type beat type shit, right? But no, like this fact is like intrinsically known to the nobility because it's like an ancient thing. So no one else but the nobility knows about the responsibilities of being the sacrifice to GigaChat, right? So so basically they announced that, and then Bob pulls up and he's like, okay, so you for real? And Farquaad's like, yeah. And then Bob's like, aight. And then he pulls up, and basically they used this sort of like they used this previous law. The yaoi comes out of it did come out of nowhere, like low key, like I had no clue this would be yaoi, but whatever. Okay, so literally I thought this was a villainous manga, bro. But then I saw the yaoi tag. I'm like, something's, maybe it's like a small piece of it. It's not that small. It was pretty up there, out in that bitch. Okay, but anyways, that's spoilers. So this engagement party obviously has a bunch of nobility in it, right? So Bob pulls up and is like, aight. So type beat, fine. So you don't want my daughter, fine. And she's the dragon shrine priestess, fine. And then he shows his daughter. And by the way, Rebecca got a whole like makeover, because before the first episode, she was like the villainess. She was bullying Tiffany. She was bullying Maria. She was like making Farquaad's life hell. She wears like really heavy makeup and like flashy clothes like a villainess usually would. But you know, Bob gave Rebecca a whole ass makeover, and now Rebecca looks really fucking pretty, right? So she's like very pretty and stuff. I'm gonna give her heart and like a star and stuff. She's really pretty now. And she's like, oh, and then everyone's like, oh, wow, she's pretty. And and then Bob's like, okay, so and then my daughter has something to say. And Rebecca's like, yeah, I accept my responsibility as the Dragon Shrine priestess, yada yada type beat. And then Bob is like, but also we have like a president. So the president was like hundreds of years ago, the dragon shrine priestess was like super injured and shit. So she got to stay at home, because originally the dragon shrine priestess has to stay in the temple, but because she was injured, she was allowed to stay at home, right? So Rebecca comes up and is like, yeah. And then Bob's like, yeah. So basically Rebecca kneels in front of the throne, and then Patrick pulls up and takes the knife out and cuts Rebecca's Achilles tendon. Okay? So Peepo cut, she can't walk no more, right? So she's very obviously injured. And so they use this precedent so she doesn't have to stay at the temple. She gets to stay at home at the prime minister, right? No, not Mark Wahlberg. Yo. Stop distracting me. Stop. Is that counting the amount of times you say type B type shit? Sorry, I was saying that so much. So, okay. So this precedent is activated, and everyone's like, oh, what the fuck? And then Patrick's like, I'm doing this out of the goodness of my heart because Rebecca has been an amazing shrine priestess, and I would want nothing more than for her to spend her final moments at home. And then Bob's like, yeah, I wish to take care of my baby girl until she has to do the good for the country type beat. Like, they're acting like that, but like, they're obviously not intending to actually sacrifice Rebecca. So Rebecca's like, I'm proud to be the dragon shrine priestess, but I would love to spend time with my father before I have to go, like, die and shit, right? Type beat. I feel like there would be a better way to do that. I don't know. Maybe it has to be like I don't know. I think it was for pity points, because like a poor girl that can't walk for the rest of her fucking life, but like low-key doesn't matter because her life is really short because she's supposed to like die to the dragon anyways. But anyway, it's like for pity points, right? So all the nobility at the engagement party like is up on affinity with the prime minister party, right? Type beat. So that was like the intention of this entire thing. And then what is it? Mark tries to like get Bob to be like weird and shit, and then Bob was like, yeah, no, you can't. Oh yeah, wait, no. Bob was like, oh yeah, by the way, I am no longer the prime minister. Mark, you can be the prime minister, right? And everyone's like, what the fuck? If Mark's the prime minister, then how are we supposed to, what is it, blame Bob for being sussy with the prime minister position? Because they were still gathering evidence that Bob was a bad guy, right? They're still gathering evidence and stuff, but they haven't had enough of it. So they were planning on Bob to keep the prime minister position while they got Alex to investigate the mansion and stuff. But now Bob is like, yeah, fuck being the prime minister, because this country doesn't appreciate us from whatever the Sage family, right? The Sage family. And I just want to spend the rest of my life quietly with my daughter, type beat, right? So Bob is like, yeah, you can be the prime minister. Okay. So with this guy's the prime minister. Bob is now just like Sage dude. I don't know what his title was after the whole event, but whatever. And Mark couldn't be like, no, he couldn't deny it because of like laws and shit or whatever, and it would be like weird and shit, type shit. The lore is very confusing. I impressed how much effort you put into it. She has real fast. Look, the yaoi part comes later. It's like not even like that cool. Like the yaoi part is low-key like the worst part, because like this like plot stuff is like the best. So Bob is no longer prime minister, right? Type beat. And now Mark is the prime minister, and everyone's like, "Ay, cool. This is fine. This is an okay outcome." But the allied party is not happy because, one, they didn't get to out Bob as the bad guy, and oh wait, no, something else happened at the engagement party. So at the engagement party, Rebecca can no longer act as the Dragon Shrine priestess in the temple. She cannot live in the temple anymore. She has to live at home because she's injured. So we need a new Dragon Shrine priestess. Right? We need a new Dragon Shrine priestess. Type beat. And to like act in the temple, right? Because we can't just like leave it empty type shit, right? So basically what is it? So Bob pulls up to Maria and is like, hey Maria, do you want to be the Dragon Shrine priestess? And so Tiffany is like low-key loyal, like royalty, but Maria is not, even though they're blood-related sisters. So Maria's like, maybe I can like have a position of power and nobility if I become the Dragon Shrine priestess. And everyone's like, yeah, it's like a position of honor and shit, and everyone will like you. And like, it's not like she's gonna die or anything, right? So Maria's like, I'll be the Dragon Shrine priestess. So Rebecca gives Maria the ring that is used is for the Dragon Shrine priestess. So Maria puts on the ring and is like, it's in sudden like hella pain and stuff because in the ring is magic. And remember, Rebecca's fine up until all of this. So the magic in the ring is that it like fucking like it fucks you up if you're not Rebecca. So Maria's in hella pain and she's like, oh my god, this hurts. Yada yada yum yum yum. Eep eep. I don't want to be Dragon Shrine priestess. This hurts as fuck. But like the Dragon Shrine priestess position cannot be empty. So Patrick is like, yo, you gotta keep that shit on. That's like the symbol of being the Dragon Shrine priestess. Like, you cannot abandon your position, right? And then everyone's like, okay, Maria's wearing this ring and she's getting hella hurt. Why the fuck was Rebecca okay? And so Patrick spins it and is like, Rebecca is the best Dragon Shrine priestess we've ever had. She endured this pain all this time. And she's been the Dragon Shrine priestess since she was a kid, by the way. So all this time she's been enduring this pain and stuff, type B. And she's like the best Dragon Shrine priestess ever. But we cannot leave this position empty. And I want her to have a happy rest of her life before she gets like eaten by the dragon, type B. So Maria's like, type B. And then, but like, the allies are trapped because they cannot go against the church right now because it's true. This position is super important. So Maria gets taken away and she goes to the temple. And the temple, like, is like super like scary and stuff because like being in the temple means you can't contact. It's not really easy to contact people on the outside. So she's not going to have allies in the temple. She's going to have people that takes care of her because she's a Dragon Shrine priestess. But she's not going to have her fiance. She's not going to have her sister, type B, right? She's not going to have allies. So Maria's like getting taken away from the temple, type B. Okay, so that's episode 2. So after that episode, Patrick goes back to the church with Simon. Right? Simon goes to the church because Simon wants to make sure Maria's okay, right? So one of the allies went, and Simon follows Patrick to the church to take care of Maria. And the rest of the allies... Oh, and then Alex finally goes back home because he's like, oh my god, my dad is such a bitch for doing this to Maria. That's my fiance. So now Alex is like, I have to go home and find his crimes and then we can figure out how to get Maria out. Type beat, type shit. Oh, that's an episode. Like, each episode is like 2-3 chapters or something. Like, there's a lot of plot, okay? So the next episode, everyone's getting into their positions. Mark is now officially working as the prime minister, and Alex returns home to the Sage mansion because he needs to find evidence of Bob's wrongdoings. So Alex goes home, and to officially be home as a knight, he is getting put in the position of protector, of Rebecca's protector, because she's like a weak, like, villainess now. She can't even walk, like, she needs help, right? And they need to defend the dragon sacrifice, the dragon wife, basically, right? She's like a dragon. She's no longer the priestess. She's like dragon waifu. And now Maria is the dragon. Sure, I'm gonna call it DSP. DSP. Maria is now the DSP. So Alex is put in position to protect Rebecca. And they spend a lot of time together because he has to be next to her at all times to take care of her. And she goes outside a lot, type beat, right? And then Bob is like, oh, that's cool, type beat, type shit, word. And then he's like, while you're here, Alex, at the mansion, you can start getting a hang of your duties as the next head of the family, of the Sage family, because that's your responsibility as the first son. And Alex is like, aight. So Bob goes down to the secret archive, and who goes down to the secret archive? Matthew, Mark, Alex, and Bob. Oh, and their butler. It doesn't really matter that much, but butler too. The butler comes. So wait, is this in the same layer? Fuck. Let me go to a different layer. Eep. So in this next episode, episode 3, so they go down to the basement of the Sage family. Sage family basement. It's a villainous manga. It's the worst kept secret. No one has been able to go down here. It's like a basement, but it's behind a bookshelf, right? So who goes here? Bob, Patrick? Oh no, Patrick doesn't come. Mark, Matthew, and Alex. Because Bob is like, Alex, my son, you gotta learn the ways of being the head of the family no matter what. Oh, and the butler. So, the first time this happens, oh wait, no. So they all go down there, and basically Bob explains and gives a bunch of like official documentation that's like, yeah, the Sage family has been doing suspicious shit and has been, and wait, no, wait, let me say first. Bob shows, one of the first thing he does is shows Alex this safe, or not safe, but like this room, and it's full of a fuck ton of wealth and gold and stuff, and obviously this is hidden gold that's like not officially recorded in any way. So it's illegal money and you're not supposed to have it, right? So Mark is like, ooh, this is evidence of your wrongdoing, but also why are you showing us such obvious evidence of your wrongdoing? So Bob is like, the responsibility of the Sage family all these generations has been to save the kingdom and make sure the kingdom is of peace. So he pulls up some documents. And the documents are basically the very first founder of the kingdom being like, yeah, the Sage family is allowed to do all this shit and like not get caught for it because they're actually trying to do it for like the sake of the family or the kingdom and type beat, even no matter how dirty it is. And Bob is explaining to them that like, yeah, the Sage family is a family of darkness. We do all the dirty things that the kingdom never wants to do. The royal family stays in the light and the Sage family stays in the dark type beat, right? So Bob gives a bunch of documents, and no one believes this, by the way. They genuinely believe Bob is evil. So they're like, what the fuck? You a liar. But then he pulls up these documents, and the document is from the first founder that says that, yeah, you can't fuck with the Sage family. And another document is like about their duties and stuff, right? So they're like shocked Pikachu because they're like, wait, what? So he was being evil all this time for the sake of the kingdom? And everyone was like, what the fuck? And by the way, these documents were forged by Giga Chad because they're not entirely wrong. It's true that the Sage family has this sort of agreement type of thing, but basically Giga Chad removed the sign, anything that could incriminate the Sage family, basically, right? Mian to make panels of the series after she figures out the whole lore. I'm trying, man, but it's like hard. So Giga Chad like basically did some magic shit and made it so these like very official documents cannot be wrong. And they remove some of the words that could be like that Bob actually did not follow. I'm getting really congested. Oh fuck. You're sick again? Yeah. I need to sneeze on you guys so you guys take my sickness. So basically, so Matthew and Mark get these checked and they're like, wait, yeah, these documents are legit. And they're really shocked because they're like, wait, so we can't accuse Bob of like gaining this mass amount of wealth in the safe for illegal means, and they can't expose Bob for doing some of the bad shit he's done because it goes against this document and it would in turn make the first prince look bad and make the royal family look bad. And they obviously they're on the side of the royal family and they want Farquaad to become the king without much issue. So they're like, fuck, we have to start from ground zero and finding reasons Bob is evil because the money ain't wrong and the suspicious actions they've done aren't wrong, right? Could you explain Queen's Blade? I don't remember that. I watched it, but like, I don't remember what it was about. I think I just watched the part where like there were panty shots and stuff, and then I got out. So Bob is like, Alex, you have to know all of this because I'm no longer going to be the head of the family. You're gonna have to be the head of the family, and type beat type shit. And Alex is like, oh shit, this is a lot. But he's like, right? So Bob is like, okay, you're cool with it, I'm cool with it, everyone's cool with it, cool. And then Bob tells the butler and is like, look, if you're suspicious, and by the way, the butler has always been helping Alex. So the butler was the spy in the Sage family against Bob, and the butler likes Alex and stuff. So Bob is like, okay, butler, like you can be the one to check whether or not all these documents are legit or not. Like, we don't do anything that goes against these documents. These are very old official documents. And the butler's like, so that's like an episode. Okay. That's an episode. And episode 3.5, the butler is in the basement checking out all the documents, and then Bob comes down, and Butler's like, yo, why are you down here? And then Bob's like, oh, I'm just checking some stuff and whatever. And then Bob pulls up a diary from his wife, right? So Bob had two like wives. He had wife number 1 and wife number 2. The names don't really matter because they died. So wife number 1 was the mother of Alex, and then wife number 1 died, and then wife number 2 is the mother of Rebecca, and mother number 2 is also dead. Okay, so Bob finds the diary of wife number 1, and the lore behind him and wife number 1 is that wife number 1 was a really pretty chick type beat, and Bob was in love with her back in the day. And remember, this is before Bob regressed. So original Bob was in love with her, but she was originally dating. Let me make this cleaner. Wife number 1 was originally lovers with Matthew. Remember, Matthew is the commander of the night, right? So they were lovers, but Bob is like, wait, but I love her more. So he does some suspicious shit, and he like basically forced her to be his wife, right? I think we went this etchy while yes. Baba Pin, why did we get generic bleach filler? There's no filler. There's no filler. Think they written Bible Black series? Why does the Bible Black sound familiar? Anyways, so obviously Matthew all this time has despised Bob because Matthew was genuinely in love with this chick, and this chick was genuinely in love with Matthew, but they're being torn apart because she's officially married to Bob under familial obligations, right? Basically, Bob like bought off her family, so her family sold her to Bob, so they got married and shit, right? And Matthew's like, grr, I'm angry. How dare you do that? And he's hated Bob all this time because Bob tore his lover away from him. So this diary, Bob was like, okay, oh, this diary is still here. Butler, please burn it. Hi, Gucci. What's up? I'm just explaining some storylines of this yaoi manga that's really not all that much yaoi. So Bob is like, yo, Butler, can you burn this thing? It's like really old and stuff, and like it hasn't left the office in a long time. And the butler's like, and Bob is like, don't read it, and the butler's like, but like, and then Bob leaves the basement. But Bob knew that the butler couldn't help but read this shit because he has to, because he's in the basement in order to check all the documents and make sure that all the documents are legit. Okay, so the butler reads it. Bob goes back upstairs. Meeting. And he's in a meeting with Mark, which is the current PM, Matthew, Alex, or not Alex, sorry, Matthew, I think Patrick is here, and Simon. Right? So Bob is in this meeting. And so basically Mark pulls up here with everyone because he's like, yo, I need your help with this issue. Because obviously Bob basically gave Mark all of the responsibilities of the prime minister overnight. So Mark thought he could do all of this shit. But like, remember, this guy's really young. Because all these kids, oh, not Matthew, all of these guys, they're like teenagers basically, right? They're really young. So, but Mark is like a quote-unquote genius. But he's not smart enough to do all of the prime minister duties. So he comes to Bob in order to get advice on like an issue with the DM or something, right? Wait, I need another drink. I'm getting too icky. So, and Bob was like, what the fuck? Like, I just want to spend the rest of my days with my daughter and taking care of her. Why the fuck do I have to do work? The fuck? But, like, Bob helps him anyways. And Mark is, like, feeling, like, less and less, like, worthy to be the prime minister. Because he's like, wow, Bob is kind of a genius. Like, Bob is really smart. So, Bob is kind of a genius. And, like, low-key, like, a really good prime minister type beat. Right? So, it's the beginning of Mark feeling like a bitch. Okay? So... And then there was tension between Bob and Matthew because they were making like comments at each other type beat. And then they were talking about how but Bob was like, yeah, but like, bro, like, chill out. Like, literally Alex is gonna be the leader of the Sage family. I just want to take care of my daughter and then I want to disappear type beat, right? AKA he wants to seppuku, right? So Matthew's like, what the fuck? Matthew's like really suspicious because he's like, there's no way Bob, of all people, this evil fucker, just wants to go out easy like that. And then the butler pulls up and he's like, I can't listen to this conversation anymore. Yeah, because they were talking about Alex. And by the way, Alex is like right outside taking care of Rebecca. So, but Alex like was outside the door because he was really curious about this conversation that would be about him, because it's about him being the leader of the family, right? That's what Bob is here to discuss, right? So the butler pulls up in the middle of that conversation and Butler's like, wait, I can't live with myself if I don't explain this. And then he holds up this diary from wife number 1. And then Bob is acting and he's like, oh, I told you to burn that shit. Why are you holding it? And then the butler's like, I'm sorry, my lord. I can't live with myself as a butler of the Sage family if I don't expose this. And turns out, wife number 1 had in the diary, she had sex with Matthew the night before she got engaged to Bob. Right? So basically a night of passion with Matthew before he got married to Bob. And right, and everyone's like, oh, Alex does not look like Bob at fucking all, nor does he look like wife number 1. He looks like Matthew, because Bob has blonde hair. Wait, what's he? Bob is blonde. Wife number 1 is like light haired, like brunette. Matthew has black hair. And they're like, oh, the dates line up. They had the fuck like right before the wedding. And then they birthed Alex. So, and then they were like, okay, but like, and then no, and then wife number one was like, yeah, Alex is the son of Matthew in the diary, right? So everyone was like, everyone has always suspected it, but there is official evidence that Matthew did a bad thing to Bob when wife number one was betrothed to Bob, right? So everyone's like, oh shit, the bad guy is Matthew, not Bob. Bob is the victim in this incident. And obviously, for nobility, the matter of blood ties and stuff is kind of important when you're taking over a whole ass family. But Bob is like, oh guys, it's fine. Like, always knew that Alex wasn't my son from the very beginning. But it doesn't change that he's my son. And he will be the lead of the Sage family. Betrod. I don't know how to pronounce it. Right? So, so remember, Alex is outside this door all this time, and he's just like, wait, Matthew's my dad? So Matthew pulls up and is like, I'm sorry, it's true. I did spend a night with your wife before you guys got engaged, before you guys got married, and it seems likely that Alex is actually my son. If you want, I can take him under my wing. And remember, and then Simon is also the son of Matthew with Matthew's wife or whatever type beat, right? And Matthew's wife is also dead, by the way, just saying. NTR, literally. So type beat. What was happening? But Bob was like, it's fine, guys. Like, it's whatever. Butler, burn that diary type beat. But Matthew was like, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. But how did you know from the very beginning that Alex wasn't your son? And then Bob is like, I never fucked her. And everyone's like, oh shit, I gasped too strong. Bob is like, I never ever even did it with her. And everyone was like, what the fuck? And then he's like, yeah, I guess you guys have the right to know. And he goes into the story. So basically, and by the way, it gets fact checked because remember, the dragon has the magical powers to change the contents of documents, even if they're millions of years old. So the Giga Chad erased the part in the diary where it said that Bob did spend the night with her, but they erased that part in the diary. So they're like, yeah, in the diary, it doesn't say anything about how them spending the night together. And like, this diary has like all of these contents, like very specific. So they're like, oh my God, they really did never spend the night together. And then Bob is like, yeah, I never spent the night with her because I loved her so much. And I didn't want to do anything that she didn't want to do. And I wanted to wait for her to accept me. But then I found out that her belly started swelling. And I knew for a fact that he was not my son type beat, right? So Alex pulls up and he's like, what the fuck? Right? He's like, what the? And then Bob is like, surprise Pikachu face. By the way, he knew that Alex is outside the door because he's calculated like that. And then he's like, oh my God. And then, why are you here? How could you hear? Did you hear everything? And Alex was like, yeah, I'm the commander's son. Nani? And then yada, yada, yada. They don't really matter because he's stupid. But so Matthew is basically like, if you really want to be my son, you're allowed to be my son. But Bob is like, okay, but like also you're gonna be the lead of the family. And Alex is like, fine, whatever. That's what they do. And and Matthew and Alex and Simon get closer together knowing they're blood related, basically, right? Okay, moving on. So basically he said that the reason he never spent the night with wife number one was because Matthew was like, wait, so if you love her so much to not take her the night that you got married, why the hell did you take the engagement? Why did you get engaged to her forcefully? Because like Matthew knew that there was money involved as to the reason why the wife was suddenly engaged to Bob, but he didn't know more. So Bob was like exposing some documents, and it's like, oh my god, like the wife's family was about to sell her off because of financial issues to this like greedy old pig that's like really that's known for being bad with women, and it's like really an asshole. So Bob was like, oh, only I in this country have enough money to save her. So he bought her. But he really did love her. So he never forced anything upon her. But like contractually, she had to get married to Bob in order to pay off that debt. So, and the diary backs this up, type beat. But it's magically, it's not right, but you know, yeah. So Matthew's like, wait, so all this time you were the good guy. So all of these people are beginning to be like, wait, Bob is kind of a good dude. Like he's pretty cute and shit type beat. And yeah. So yeah. So and then that's that, I think. And then Matthew starts being like, wait, why did I hate you all this time? Why did I hate you all this time? He's like hated him for like decades at this point. Remember, they're both old men. So, they're both old men. So, you know, what type beat. So, so it's been like, he's like really confused now. He's like real like, confused, right? And then that's like the end of that episode. Okay. The next episode, I don't know. I might get the order off now, but whatever. Next episode, basically, I think we're on episode 5 now. Episode 5. What is it? Mark is still coming to the Sage Mansion in order to get advice from Bob because he really doesn't know how to do his job. And Jack is sitting back, eating popcorn, watching the drama. Yes. So, Mark and the gang keeps coming back to like, to ask Bob for help and stuff. And then Bob's like, fine, I guess I can help you learn the ropes and how to be a good prime minister. And then Mark is like finding respect for Bob because like he's like, wait, Bob actually is like a really good person and he knows how to do his job. He's like the best prime minister ever. And then Mark starts breaking down and he's like, oh, I can never be a prime minister like you. You are the best prime minister. You should have your job back. And then Bob is like, no, bitch. I gave that shit to you. You wanted to be the prime minister. You're gonna be the prime minister. And he's like, okay. And then Bob throws him a little like brownie. He's like, you'll be a good prime minister. And he's like, I'll do my best. Thank you, mentor. Right? Oh, Nai, thank you so much for resubbing. Welcome back for the 8th month. I really appreciate it. Welcome back. Thank you. How are you doing? So, what was I on? Basically, so the next episode, they're all there, and then Bob is like, or what is it? So at this point, they are not actually father-son, but like low-key father-son. And then Rebecca's like, it's okay, brother. You'll always be my brother, and I'll always love you, to Alex. And Alex is like, oh, thank you, Rebecca. Thank you for being my sister, no matter what. And then Alex is like starting to regret the way he treated his family, because Alex hated Rebecca because Rebecca was very like villainousy, but it turns out that she was just like that because of the pain type B type shit. And then I think I got the episodes mixed up. Wait, sorry, I got episode 5 mixed up with episode 6. Doing good? How are you? I'm doing okay. I'm getting really sick. That's why I sound a bit nasally right now, so sorry about that. So, sorry, I got episode 5 wrong. Scrap that part. Episode 5 is at the church or temple. So, this isn't a new layer. Yeah, okay. So, in the temple, remember, what is it? Let me see. Farquaad. Farquaad, Tiffany. Oh my god. I have to remember who was in this bitch. Ooh. Eep. Farquad. So bitch number 1, Tiffany. Bitch number 2, Patrick, because remember he lives in the temple. And Simon. And Bob. Wait, was Bob in here? Not Bob. Rebecca. Alex. So before these 4 people come, they go to the scene with Patrick and Simon. And basically Simon went to the temple in order to make sure Maria's okay, and in order to convince Patrick to like help her, to help her find a way for her to not be the dragon priest, and to put it all back on Rebecca, right? So Simon pulls up, and remember, Maria is in a fuck ton of pain because of the ring she's not allowed to take off. So Patrick, like, Simon's like, please show me to where Maria is, and Patrick's like, okay, just be warned and just brace yourself. So he like waddles towards Maria's room. And as Simon is walking into the hallway where the Dragon Shrine priestess is, he sees a maid, and the maid very obviously oh fuck waddles. They don't waddle, but like, you know. So thanks for the hydrate. I just drink though. So Patrick and Simon walk towards Maria's room, and as Simon is walking into the hallway towards Maria's room, he sees very obvious signs of abuse on the maids, because the maids are really hurt and stuff. What the fuck, you still on this? Bro, this shit's complicated, man. So he's like, oh fuck, these maids are mad hurt. And then as they're outside the door, Maria's fucking screaming at the top of her lungs, and she's like cuckoo as fuck because she's like really crazy from the pain. And then Simon's like looking at her, and he's like, oh my god, Maria. And then Maria's like real nature is starting to come out because of the pain, and she's like, oh my god, you know how I can escape from this pain? Just bring Rebecca back. Let's kill Rebecca. Give the ring back to Rebecca. Yeah, type B, right? So she's a cuckoo, and like originally her image was like really nice and stuff, but now like she's kind of like her real nature's coming out, and Simon's like, oh. And Patrick's like, and then, you know, Maria's like throwing shit around, abusing the maids, hitting people and stuff because she's in pain, but no one can hurt her because she's the Dragon Shrine priestess, and she needs to stay alive. So and basically so the priests at the temple have been constantly healing her, but they've run out of mana and they're all collapsed on the ground. And Patrick's like, guys, I can take care of this. I have holy power. I'll heal her. And Maria's like, no. And then she fucking slaps the fuck out of Patrick, and Patrick like hurt. And then Simon's like, oh, what the fuck? Oh. And then they both escape the room, and Patrick's like, I'm sorry you had to see that, Simon. And then Simon's like, is there any way we can make her hurt less? Like, why the fuck is she hurting so much when Rebecca wasn't getting hurt so much? We're not yaoi fans. Has anything I've said so far sounded like yaoi? The plot's interesting. The manga's a lot better if you read it. The yaoi comes way later. Not into the yaoi part. It hasn't even come yet. Wait until we get to the yaoi part, because it's the worst. So Simon's like, Patrick, is there any way we can make it so Maria's in less pain? And Patrick's like, actually, I have this drug that has been used for generations and generations, and it's only grown by me because only I know the secret to grow the plants used in this drug, right? And then Simon recognizes this drug because it's really famous, and it's like, wait, doesn't this drug like make you so addicted that you like die soon? And then Patrick's like, yeah, historically, all the Dragon Shrine priestesses have been, have used this drug in order to, like, what is it? In order to, stave off the pain from all this pain from being the Dragon Shrine priestess. Rebecca's the very first Dragon Shrine priestess that didn't need this drug. And Simon's like, wait, but this drug is really bad for you. You die really early if you drink it. But Patrick's like, well, for Dragon Shrine priestesses, they're bound to get eaten by the dragon anyways. So we want to make the rest of their lives really, like, as happy and painless as possible before they get fucked over. And Simon's like, oh. So Simon's like, and then Patrick's like, I don't, but like everyone told me like they don't want to give Maria this drug. And Simon's like, yeah, we don't want to give her this drug, right? Simon runs back to Mark's office and strategizes. And Simon's like, should we give her the drug? And everyone's like, no. If she drinks the drug, she'll be addicted to it for life. We're gonna get her out of the Dragon Shrine priestess like thing. We're gonna find a way, guys. We're gonna find a way to get her out of this position. Just hang in there. And Simon's like, oh, okay. And remember, Simon's like constantly seeing his friend in pain, so he's like kind of like iffy on it type beat. And yeah, type beat and stuff. What else happened in this episode? I feel like I'm missing something. So, anyways, let's just go back to the main episode. So, in the main episode, Farquaad and Tiffany are visiting because Tiffany's really worried about her sister Maria. So, Tiffany pulls up with Farquaad because Farquaad's a prince and Tiffany's a commoner still. So she needs Farquaad to like get her in. But Patrick pulls up and is like, yo, you didn't make like a prior appointment. And they're like, wait, please let us meet Maria, please. And they're like, you didn't there's not a prior appointment, you're really like not cool. And then Alex and Rebecca pull up and Patrick's like really welcoming to them because they're like, oh, you're someone that like previously was here type beat type shit, and thank you, yay. And then they welcome in, they waddle in, and Simon pulls up and he's like, oh, these are my friends, so I'll take them to Tiffany or to Maria. So 2 different parties. This party is going to the dragon and this party is going to Maria. So Simon shows Tiffany and Farquaad to Maria's room. What's the title again? It's this. This is the title. We're not at the part yet, no. So what was it? So they pull up to Maria's room and they're like, whoa, Maria's in mad pain because she's like, oh my God, Farquaad, Tiffany, save me. And Tiffany's like, oh my God, like Rebecca's in the temple right now. Let's just put the ring on her because she's at the temple type beat. And then Farquaad and Simon are like, you can't. Hello? She's not like this. That's not legal. And then Farquaad is like, his hands is tied because he can't make an enemy of the church because he's the crown prince and he's still trying to become king. And Simon's explaining to Tiffany, and Tiffany's done, by the way. And Simon's like, yo, we can't put Farquaad in a horrible position right before he's supposed to become king. Like, the fuck? And then Tiffany's like, no. And then Maria's like, what the fuck? You can't help me? Fine, I'm gonna help myself, bitches. Nah, wah, type beat, right? And then Rebecca, Alex, and Patrick, they're at the temple. I don't know if they visited the dragon, but it's not in this episode. So they're just there for fun type beat. But while they were in the temple, Farquaad was talking to Rebecca and was like, Rebecca, why all this time were you like that? And then Rebecca's like, I loved you, but I no longer do. Oh, wait, no. I love you and I still love you, but I am proud to become the dragon priest, a shrine priestess, and I will no longer be in your way. And then Farquaad is like low-key like, yo, she's pretty, and like low-key like she's like kind of cute now, like, and he's like low-key regretting like ignoring all the pain that she was in, because he was like, wow, like being the dragon shrine priestess and the crown princess from the very young age must have been really hard. So, but like it's too late. Rebecca's like giving him the cold shoulder because Farquaad is with Tiffany now. So Farquaad's like, at the very least, will you help? Would you let me guide you up the stairs? And then she's like, oh, fuck no, bitch. As the Dragon Shrine priestess, I'm not allowed physical touch with men outside my family or person engaged to me. So he's like, oh, I forgot about that. And then Alex pulls up and he's like, yeah, what the fuck? Why are you trying to touch my sister? Like, you can't do that. And Alex is like super like protective of Rebecca now. So Alex is like, yeah, Rebecca, come, I'll help you up the stairs. And remember, she can barely walk because she had her Achilles tendon cut type beat. So yeah. And then Farquaad's like, oh, I made a mistake somewhat. Right. And I think that's the episode. Oh no. In another part of the episode, yo, low-key is actually hentai. Cause so in another part of the episode, Maria is like so crazy and she's taking things into her own hands, and she's like, if no one else can save me, I'm gonna save myself. So one of the tasks of the Dragon Shrine priestess, and because she's been getting a lot of healing magic and stuff. Oh wait, no. Wait, what was it? Sorry, I skipped some parts. Episode 5.5, Maria. Episode 5.5, Simon keeps seeing Maria in pain. Oh wait, no. What is it? In episode 5, sorry, I totally forgot. Episode 5, when Farquaad and Tiffany visited Maria, they're like, oh my god, Maria's in so much pain. Please, Patrick, please give her some of the drugs. So, and he's like, you know what? If her family lets her, fuck. Fine. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go. I'll give you the drug. So Maria takes some of the drug. And the drug is like, so historically, remember, Patrick's not a nice guy, by the way. He just pretends to be. So the drug historically has been used for every single shrine priestess, not because they were like actually in pain or whatever. So like the ring that like every dragon shrine priestess was supposed to wear is indeed supposed to like be painful and stuff, but it's not because of the Giga Chad. It's because Patrick put that magic on the ring himself. Oh no, we know the church historically has put like that type of magic on the ring so that the Dragon Shrine priestesses would be in pain, so that the families of the Dragon Shrine priestesses would have to pay for the drug. It's a really expensive drug, and would have to pay for the drug in order to help the Dragon Shrine priestesses live in like not agony. And like Patrick is like, oh shit, you gave your daughter some drugs. Yo, you're gonna have to pay me to keep this a secret and pay for the drug. So he was making like hella cash money from these. And the only reason why Rebecca was excluded from this was because Bob became his ally. So Patrick's like, you're my ally. Rebecca doesn't have to be in pain. Rebecca doesn't have to take the drugs. So there's that. So in 5.5, Maria at this point has been taking drugs for like a while now, and she's been going cuckoo. So, but like she's in less pain now, but she's like in a state of like drugness. So she's super drugged up and stuff. And at nighttime, she gives private consultations to people that like want advice, right? It's like something of the church to like, it's like confessions and stuff, and she's supposed to be there and stuff. So one of the people that Maria's been meeting at night for confessions is this leader of the bandit gang, right? He's like a bandit type shit. And private consult, the latter version. So they've been fucking because Maria's like crazy and shit, and the band leader's like, hey, I kind of get some of it, right? So the bandit leader's like, oh my god. Oh, no. Maria's like, oh my god, this feels so good. And then the bandit leader's like, yeah, I know you love it, but like, lol, you're like the fiance of a knight, but your body's already sullied. And then Maria's like, I don't care. By the way, like literally, like I love you so much, by the way, but like, by the way, could you like help me like kill Rebecca and Bob, please? Like, can you please help me kill them? And he's like, yo, what's in it for me? And then she's like, if you do this, I will no longer be the dragon shrine priestess, and I will be the wife of the night. And like Alex will like always be away and busy and stuff, so we can do more of this stuff like at the mansion. You know what I mean? And he's like, heh, sounds good to me, heh, type beat, right? So that was what Maria cooked up. So Maria plans the murder of Rebecca and Bob, right? And the person, and you might be wondering, how have they been communicating thus far without any like red flags? It's because Tiffany has been giving so Tiffany knows this is going on because Maria like literally begged Tiffany, was like, yo, can you like make it so like the letters between me and my boyfriend like don't get intercepted and read. And Tiffany has the right, because she's like, I don't know, the fucking crown princess. She has the right to be like, yeah, she has the right to like make it so letters go through without needing to be seen type beat, right? So that's how Maria and boyfriend have been communicating and have cooked up Bob and Rebecca's kidnapping. Okay, that's episode 5.5. Yay! Episode 5.5. Episode 6. I'm almost there. I'm almost at the butt fucking part. My back. So, episode 6. Episode 6. So, Mark and the gang pulls up to the Sage Mansion again. So, it's like, yep, Mark. Meow, Matthew. Meow, Bob. Meow, Alex. Meow, Rebecca. Oh, not Rebecca and Alex. Oh, yeah, just Alex. And then at the temple is Rebecca, Patrick, I think that's it. So Mark is still coming to Bob's mansion in order to get his help. And yada yada yada. Mark's like, oh my god, I would never be a good prime minister like you, to Bob. And Bob was like, no bitch, you're gonna be the prime minister, I gave you that role. And he's like, meh. And then Bob was like, it's okay, you'll do fine. And then Mark is like low-key thinking Bob is his mentor, right? And then Bob gets called by the butler to go deal with this issue in the territory. And Alex like, yo, why? What's going on? And then Bob is like, fine, I have to do this myself. No one knows how to do this because I'm the smartest bitch. And everyone's like, so Bob, and then Matthew's like, is it okay for you to go alone? And he's like, it's fine, it's my territory. It's like gonna be like 2 seconds, it's fine. He goes, and these guys get the oops, Simon's here too. Hee. Simon. These guys get the news that Bob and Rebecca have been attacked by bandits. Who are the good guys in the story? LOL. Good guys? LOL. So Bob gets attacked while he's out like in the territory to like fix stuff because of the rain, and then Rebecca gets kidnapped at the temple by bandits. So everyone gets notified of this. So what is it? Simon and Alex go to save Rebecca. Matthew goes to save Bob. I'm so sad. We're almost at the end, guys. We're almost there. Kidnapped or kidnapped? Kidnapped as in they were really kidnapped, but Bob calculated this. He's like, yeah, I knew Maria would cook up something devious, right? But remember, Maria was the one that like did this, right? It's like, yeah, kidnapped. So anyways, so Bob was getting attacked and Rebecca was getting kidnapped. So Matthew went to save Bob, and Alex and Simon went to save Patrick and Rebecca. So when Alex and Simon arrive at the temple, the bandits literally fucking punched Patrick, and Patrick was like very obviously defending the kids in the church because he had like a bunch of little kids next to him. And then they pull up to Patrick and they're like, "Are you okay, Patrick?" And he's like, "I'm okay for now. I've managed to save the kids." But Rebecca, and then Alex runs in and they're in front of the dragon's like abode, right? And as he runs in, Rebecca is getting yeeted into the waters of the dragon by bandits. So she falls into the water, and Alex is like, "No!" But remember, Giga Chad is there, and he's like, and he brings her back up. She does not. She's fine, right? And then Alex like kills all the bandits, or like arrests all the bandits. And Alex is like, "Rebecca, thank you, thank God you're alive, thank God, wow." And then he's like, "Thank you, Mr. Giga Chad Dragon." And then Giga Chad Dragon's like, "Heh." And then Rebecca's like, "Thank you, Mr. Giga Chad Dragon." And he's like, "Heh." And then Alex is like, "Mr. Dragon, is there any way I could save my sister? Like, is there any way that where you don't have to fucking eat her?" And then the dragon's like, yapping. And then Rebecca's like, "What the fuck?" And then he's like, and Alex is like, "Wait, what did the dragon say?" And Rebecca's like, he said to find him the jewel or something. The jewel or something. And Alex is like, "Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Dragon." In the meantime, in the outskirts of the territory, or whatever, Matthew, like, people gallops towards Bob's direction and finds a bunch of bandits and the cart taken over and stuff. And Matthew's like, "What the fuck?" And then he kills all the bandits. And then he's like, "Bob, are you okay?" And they're like, "Yeah." And then Bob is like up in a tree and he's like, "Yeah, I'm fine. Like, I hid in the tree because I saw this was happening," type beat. "'Tis a jewel." There's a jewel. Yes, there's a jewel. And it's important probably. And remember, Bob was out in the territory to deal with like a flood or something in the territory because it's raining really hard. So Matthew saves Bob from dying, but they can't go back because it's super muddy and dangerous to go back in hard rain. So they find a nearby cabin. Yay! They find a nearby cabin, and then and then they fuck in the cabin. Here we go. Here's the butt fuck part. So they fuck in the cabin, cause Bob was like lying down. And Bob was lying down because he was like super cold and shit. And then and he was like, "Yo, I need some rest." And Matthew's like, "Yeah, you should rest before we go back tomorrow." And Bob's like, but like, don't they hate each other? Hold, I'm telling you a reason why this is the worst part of the story. So basically, Bob is like, LOL, like, so all this time he's been with Matthew, Bob, who used to be like, Bob's image before was like unapproachable, perfect, really good at his job, but evil and stuff. But now it's changing because he's like a vulnerable, beautiful, and like what is it? He's like cute now type beat, right? And then so the Sage family, like, they live till 50 years old, but they stop aging when they're 20. So Bob is like fucking like 30 something, maybe like 40, but he looks really young and beautiful. So as Bob is like laying down to rest because he's tired as hell, Matthew looks at him and he's like, "Yo, he's kind of vulnerable and beautiful right now." He's like kind of beautiful and vulnerable right now. And then they get in the mood in the cabin, and then like Matthew like low-key goes for a kiss, and then Bob wakes up and he's like stared, and then Matthew's like, "Yo, can I do you?" And Bob is like, "Do what you want." Then they do it. And then that's like that was like the part of the story that was like, what the fuck? Like, okay, it kind of makes sense, but like, I don't know. It doesn't make that much sense. I don't know. Yeah. They had to put the yaoi in this bitch somehow, bro. They had to put it in somehow. It was labeled yaoi. It was labeled yaoi. So they put it in. And so yeah. So Bob is like, I knew I would have to give up my butt virginity to fucking this dude eventually. I was prepared to do that because he's like a calculated type B. But Matthew's just thinking like, yo, like low key, like I own him because like he's vulnerable around me and like I'm saving his ass type B type shit, right? So yeah. And then I think, yeah, that's episode 6. That's episode 6. Episode 6.5. Episode 6.5 is like a fucking like festival. And so basically Matthew, Bob, they've been fucking. So they do it again at the beginning of this episode. And that's like whatever. And Bob was like, damn, I really got this guy under my fingers because he loves me type beat. Hehe, type beat. And then Alex, Rebecca. So in classic romance Otome game fashion, there is an event at the festival. And one of the things you do at the festival is that you wish upon the stars on this day for a wish to come true. So Rebecca is sitting out on the balcony and she's like wishing, she writes her intentions on a note and you're supposed to like send it out into the wind or something type beat and your wish will come true, right? And Rebecca was doing this very privately on the balcony and Alex pulls up and he's like, hey Rebecca, what you wishing on type B? And Rebecca's like, oh nothing no, don't worry about it, it's nothing no. And then Alex like steals the note and the note says, in my next life I hope I could I could be lovers with my brother. And Alex was like, and Rebecca's like, oh no, you found out I have incestuous intentions. Oh no, please ignore you said that, I'm sorry. But Alex is like, wait, like low-key I love you, and like low-key we're not even blood related, so it's probably okay. So he kisses her and he's like, yo, I'm yours. And then Rebecca's like, hey, what the hell? And Alex is like, yeah, I'm gonna find a way to make sure you don't die to the dragon and we can live the rest of our lives happily ever after. And Rebecca's like, okay. So now they're lovers. And and then Bob and Matthew start going to a circus. Yeah, that's it. And then the story hasn't been continued. This is where we left off at 6.5. There we go. That's the entire storyline of this fucking manga. And you had to suffer and sit here with me cause you didn't want to read it. LOL. There we go. We're done. That's it. Oh, I feel like I'm more sick talking about this shit. But yeah, any ratings? It's a lot more like complex when I'm not like explaining it like this, but yeah, basically I think the reason why this manga is like low-key, high-key, giga good is because like, I simplified the plot a lot, but like the way they make like the original like good guys like feel like the bad guys, and then the bad guys the good guys, is kind of cool. I like that. I think all of chat is overloaded. Yay or nay? You can ignore the buttfuck part. Like literally, like the yaoi part only comes near the end, bro. Like seriously, like this is like that. Like it only comes near the end. All the first part was like all like plot and stuff, and I was like really surprised. Type beat, yeah. So I'm making hella good use of my tablet. And then that's it. My handwriting has gotten worse and worse the more I wrote though. I was interested in the Yowie was all out of left field story. Yeah, I think so too. I feel like it was like really like it really was like unnecessary. But they had to like put it in there somehow, I guess. So basically Matthew is like low-key a freak. Simon also a freak. Cause remember Simon has been with Patrick this entire time. So like like low-key Simon kind of really likes Patrick. So I'm pretty sure they're about to do it too. But they haven't shown that in the manga yet. So I don't know. Matthew's a freak. Alex is a freak. This entire fucking family is a freak. This entire family is a freak. So, yeah. My handwriting got worse and worse the more I wrote. But I had to write really fast or else I would have forgotten what I was saying. So, anyways. Yep, that's it. You're welcome. I was hoping the yaoi was more descriptive. What? 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 Wait. I didn't know banish was a fucking command. Phantom, we saw that. You said you wanted to be more descriptive. You wanted what to be more descriptive? Should we let him get away with this voice or should we leave him be? Should we give him should we let him off scot free? KW screenshot him. It's so funny, man. Hang him? No. I mean, so I didn't go deep into the you know, the segs cuz like I don't know what to describe it as. Like they just did it. There was more to it, but like I'm not going to describe it on stream. That's not something I would do. I would never do something like that. But yeah, this yaoi manga is I came for the plot and I wouldn't say I'm staying for the plot. I'm actually just here for the plot. I actually want to know what happens next. So, I'll update you guys when that happens. I'm going to get a drink. Okay. I'm feeling really icky right now. Yeah, I'm not here for the plot, but like I'm staying for the plot. The plot's pretty good still, despite everything. It's like a different, it's a different type of villainous manga, and I'm all here for it. So I'm excited to finish that one. Do you see the Vampire Hunter stream page? Let me see. To hunt vampires, you need guns. Lots of guns. Mow down hordes of undead monsters by stacking your guns into absurd, over-the-top builds. Unleash your firepower and mayhem in this roguelite FPS. Is this multiplayer? Or is this single player? Is over the top and dumb? Yeah, it looks pretty pog. The plap was the juicy part. So you want me to I mean, I could explain a bit about the plap. Oh shit. I could explain a bit about the plap. They really didn't do much. They just did it, bro. Like, there's not much to it. 14 guns at the same time. Single player. Would rather hear about Maria and the bandit. What happened to Maria, by the way? Oh, we don't know yet. She's fine, though. Nothing has happened to her. We heard of what happens to the bandits. Yeah, the bandits get fucked over. But, Maria is like, you know, well, they trace the bandits back to her because they found a note in the bandit jacket that was from Maria, and Maria's like, yo, can you kill Bob and Rebecca for me? And they're like, oh, what the fuck? So Maria's the bad person here. What? And remember, Maria wanted Rebecca dead to the dragon because, like, if the dragon's satisfied, she's like, oh, there's no way I would be the dragon priestess anymore. And she wanted Bob dead because Bob is the one that, like, told her to become the dragon priestess without telling her everything that comes with it. So, like, they're like, oh, shoot, Maria's a bad person. She wanted to kill Rebecca and Bob. And then they're like, wait, how was Maria able to have free communication with these bandits? Like, this stuff is, like, strictly, like, monitored. And then they're like, oh, the only way this could happen is because if Tiffany allowed her to. And then they're like, wait, did Tiffany know all this time and didn't do anything to stop this really horrible event from happening? And now they're like, you know, kind of turning on Tiffany and Maria. The dragon's gonna kill her. So, like, the dragon's supposed to kill Rebecca anyways, because they're two different roles. The dragon shrine priestess just needs to be in the shrine, but, like, Rebecca was still supposed to die to the dragon. Rebecca's the sacrifice, right? So Maria was like, I'm in pain. Like, I don't want to be in pain anymore. If Rebecca just dies faster, then I can be out of pain faster. That's all. So yeah, they're both kind of in trouble, but I don't know what happens yet because they just, like, found out, but they don't know what to do with it because they're a bunch of, like, bitches. So, yeah. That's it. That's the plot. I'm tired now. Sounds like Maria will be the one to get you. I don't know. I don't think the dragon actually likes eating people. He just does it for fun, so he keeps his power or whatever. I don't even know if it's, like, allowed, but whatever. I'm feeling really sick and icky, and I feel like I've been yapping for 2 hours straight, so I'm kind of tired. So I'm gonna go ahead and end stream here for today. How the story is progressing, I agree. I feel like that's an astute observation. Yeah, it's stream end time. I gotta end stream. So thanks for hearing me. There's a reason why I have a PhD in yapmaxxing and slaybidi. So yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and go for today. Thanks for dropping by, guys. I appreciate it. I will try to be back tomorrow, but if I'm sick, I'll let you guys know. And yeah, thank you guys. Have a good one. Good night if you're going to sleep. If you're staying up, have an amazing rest of your day. Okay, bye bye.